Good day. Today, I'm very happy to welcome Mrs. Nicole Muj. She is the founder of Cultura PR International. She's a writer and festival organizer based in the United States, California. Hello, Nicole. Nice to meet you online here.
Hi, nice to meet you, Sherif. Thank you very much for inviting me on this interview.
You're welcome. First, I want to ask you before you founded your PR company, tell me about your interest in writing and curating. How did it start?
Well, I studied PR in university, and I have a master's degree in communications, and part of that was taking journalism courses and things like that. So um, my career in PR actually started with working for a company that called Comspan Communications, and I was their head of marketing and PR. And what we did was bring Western content to Russia at the time when we could work with Russia. And we also produced a lot of concerts in Russia. We brought, David Bowie and really big names to Russia. And then later, I headed up international PR for E! Entertainment Television and Style Network and all the Comcast networks. And around 2007, I started Cultura PR International. I left E! and Style and started my regular PR firm, and I've never really looked back. About 10 years ago, I partnered with Cloud 21, and that's more for digital marketing. So my business partner, Gautam Chandna, and our new director, Elisa Danyak, work with me. So where I do the traditional PR and they do more of the digital marketing, and we work together for all our clients. So that's basically the evolution of Cultura PR.
Yes. But are you originally from the United States or Russia?
Oh, no, I'm not Russian at all. I'm from Canada. I'm first
Canada,
generation
yes.
Canadian, and my parents were from Germany and Austria. So.
Yes. So, yes. I see among your CV, yeah, you founded a festival called the French Riviera Festival.
Mhm.
And I think it was a friend of mine, Bruno Châtelain.
Mhm.
This is correct? Yes. So how did it come to be organized this festival? Where in Cannes or Monaco?
Oh, so I organized Gotham Chan and I founded the festival in 2019, I believe. So we'll be in our sixth year in 2024. We founded the festival. It happens every year in Cannes during the time of the
Yes,
Cannes Film Festival.
really.
So
Uh-huh.
yes, yeah, and it's
Uh-huh.
dedicated to short film content and all short form content. And basically, it was we founded the festival for two reasons. The first reason is my business partner's dream was to found a film festival, so we were looking
Yes,
for something interesting to do. And then we realized we were going to Cannes every year for our clients, and a lot of them were in the short film corner. And unfortunately, the short film corner is just it's not a competition, and the Cannes competition only has basically one category for short films. So we thought it would be a really great idea to have our festival for short films during Cannes to give all those filmmakers a chance to be
yes,
in a competition during Cannes. So that's
yes.
how it came about.
And how many editions did you
um,
organize?
Next year will be our sixth year.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And
Yes.
also regarding Bruno,
Mhm.
Bruno from filmfestivals.com is a wonderful partner for us. We have he's been with us since the beginning, and we have our own blog on his filmfestivals.com. So yeah, he's been a
Yes.
great partner each year. So.
Yes. His website, was before social media were there. It was the only platform bringing all film festivals under one umbrella, before Twitter, Facebook, and last year, by the way, I invited him in a festival. I was like the artistic director, Hope Film Festival. It was organized in the Mediterranean. The jury took a boat and we screened in 5 different cities. You know,
Mm.
we
Oh, nice.
covered, well, it's called Hope Festival. And it's basically a festival reflecting films about people with disabilities or special needs. So this is the genre screening. I want to ask you. You told me you left all your past work with big networks in the United States, like and you started Cultura PR. Tell me, what type of clients you usually collaborate with? Are there in the entertainment or in another field of businesses?
Yeah, so Culture PR focuses mostly on international entertainment and lifestyle clients. So we have a lot of film clients, a lot of TV clients. Um, Recently, I worked with a Turkish client that launched her cookbook in the U.S. So art clients, fashion. It just depends, on. But it's basically, I would say, arts and lifestyle are our main focus. So.
Great. I want to ask you. Usually, uh, as a PR agency, what kind of PR you do for your clients? I mean, press releases or press junkets, publicity. Do you do websites? What basically the
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
What do you do through the agency?
yeah. So as I mentioned, I work closely with Cloud 21 marketing. So basically, we feel that the PR and the traditional PR and the social media needs to be connected. So we basically work together. So while I'll handle the traditional PR, which is like press releases, working to get the interviews for the client or press articles for the client, whereas there's a whole social media campaign as well for the client on the digital side. So we think that works very well together versus them being separate, especially in this age right now where social media is so very important. So likes and things like that. So,
Yes. Did you do some PR for films from Hollywood or in the independent sector?
yeah. So many.
Uh-huh.
So in recent years, I assisted actually my a good friend of mine was the producer of the film EO, which was nominated for an Oscar last year by
Yes.
Jerzy Skolimowski. So I helped her on her part of that project on their Oscar campaign. We did the film Jungle Cry at Cannes, which is an Indian UK production featuring some top Indian actors. Um, there's so many, a lot of short films that we do PR for surrounding festivals. Currently, we're working on a short film. It's like a superhero comedy called Squad. Working on a feature film by a Sri Lankan filmmaker, Sri Lankan American filmmaker, called, it's a revisionist Western called The Company of Thieves. I'm working on a documentary called Driven, the Tony Pearson story about the legendary bodybuilder. So it really
Yeah.
varies depending on, you know, the
Yes.
time of the year and the projects.
Yes, and regarding the festival, the French Riviera Festival, if someone goes to Cannes, where do you do usually the screening?
Oh, so we have a longtime partner. We've done it every year there, except during the pandemic, we did the festival virtually. But we have,
Virtually.
yeah, we did it for 2 years virtually during
Yeah.
the pandemic. But all the other
Yes.
times, it's been at the Eden Hotel and Spa on Rue d'Antibes, which is very close to the Carlton Hotel. So we have two
Yes.
days of screenings and events, and we have a global entertainment showcase panel. And then we usually do our closing reception at the Eden hotel and spa. But we also have our opening reception always at the Bel Air Fine Art Gallery, which is also on Rue d'Antibes, very close to the venue. So
Yes,
they
great.
come back every year as our partners because everything, is done really top notch. So we have return
Yes.
people.
Yes, but tell me regarding your experience in working in Hollywood right now, what is your advice for people venturing into journalism and PR, according
Oh,
to the difficulties you faced during your career?
yeah. So I think the one big misconception I see is people think, oh, I can be PR, oh, I can be a journalist, and they don't realize you have to go to school. You have to
Yes.
know how to write. You have to know how to communication strategy. You have to know these things. But I think some people don't really value PR so much. They don't understand really how it works. So they it's hard for sometimes even clients to understand the
Uh-huh.
work that goes into a PR campaign. So I think
Yes.
that that's the most thing. And then with journalism, you you really need to know how to write. And I find a lot of reporters, not a lot, but some reporters that I work with, they don't know how to write. So
Yes.
it's interesting.
Yes. Regarding study, like 30 years ago, when myself I started, there were no website or social media, so
Mhm.
we used to contribute for print magazine. I used to send articles to Variety and Hollywood Reporter from Egypt.
Okay.
But I want to tell you, like right now, you everybody right now can become a journalist or a critic easily.
Mhm.
He can or she launch a YouTube channel, or he can do it on any social media, or he can launch a website. Do you think right now the scene is crowded with, I mean, unprofessional people,
Um,
that we see on the social media all the time?
um, in a sense, yes, but I think, for example, I think that people in the industry see that. So I don't think, they might launch and start, but I don't think they'll get much traction if, they realize if the people consuming their content isn't exactly up to par if you're used to something. And I know, like, I know a lot of great writers and journalists, and, um, you know, they would be like, offended by those kind of, blogs and things like that. So.
Right now, I want to ask you: do you have a certain project or a dream you want to realize through your agency, or side by side to your agency?
I can we continue to grow our festival. Um, so the festival is very connected to the agency, kind of, because we do our events every year. We have the Global Entertainment Showcase, Indie Entertainment Showcase at Sundance, Production Without Borders during AFM. So that's kind of tied to our festival somehow. And we also have an annual Oscar party that we do, that's kind of headlined by our festival. So those kind of, it's all kind of intertwined. So basically the focus is to grow all our events, grow our festival. We're bringing on some really major partners on our festival soon, which we'll be announcing soon. But we do have great partnerships with like Shorts.tv, and we recently partnered with Salud Morissette. So everything's just kind of growing and growing as time goes by.
Yes. And regarding the festival, if someone would like to submit a film to the festival, how does it done? A website or film freeway?
Film Freeway is how
Yeah.
we accept submissions. Yeah. So.
Yes. Yes. And I want to ask you: do you give awards?
Oh,
Awards
yes.
to the?
We have an
Mhm.
award ceremony. It's the second day of the festival, and we have actually quite a prestigious panel of a jury panel of judges. So we have
Yes.
uh, Sue Vickery, who's head of Women Documentary Filmmakers, is a judge. We have Ana de la Fuente from Variety. We
Yes.
have, there's a whole list, it's on our website, but we have Lena Bass from the Hollywood Foreign Press. We have very, very good jury. So, in our festival, what we do is we send the finalists to the juries about maybe 3 weeks before the festival, and then they have to, we assign them categories and they have to judge. So,
Great.
yeah.
Nicole, I want to thank you very much for this
Well,
great
I do also
interview.
want to say one more thing,
Yeah,
if
you
possible.
can say yes, of
Yeah.
course.
Also regarding, you mentioned awards, we also what makes our festival very special is we do awards outside the exact competition. So
Yes.
in recent years, we actually gave our first year we presented Bruno with the Industry Excellence Award, but we also have given awards to founder Larry Namer, Jerzy Skolomoski, Anurag Kashyap, Nigel Daly and his wife Louise Salter, and then Diana Madison, and then actors. I'll just wrap up now. But we've given awards to Nawazuddin Siddiqui, George Chakiris, Caroline Lagerfeld, Eric Roberts, and then at our Oscar party, we presented an award to the late Paul Sorvino. We presented it to his wife, Didi Sorvino, an Icon Award. So
Of course.
that's an important part of our festival, and we really bring a lot of top names to attend. So that also helps our festival as well.
This is great. This is great. Yes, I wish you all the best with the festival and your agency.
Thank you.
And what I wanted to ask you as well before we wrap up the live, you usually do you do as well PR for artists as well? I mean, if they have an album release, or do you do only on the corporate level?
No, we do PR for music artists as well. We've had several in the past. And then one thing
Yes,
I didn't mention that before the pandemic, and while
yes,
I was working at Comspan, I used to produce a lot of, not produce, but help to arrange bookings for a lot of Western artists in Europe and Eastern Europe. So
yes,
I booked Whitney Houston, Lady Gaga, Chris Bodie, like tons of big name Western artists. I brought them to Europe. So
yes.
I'm very active in the music space as well.
Yes, this is great. So I hope that many artists reach out to you as well for their releases. And also, good luck with the upcoming edition of the festival and
Thank you.
your PR agency, Cultura International. And I look forward to meet you again online or maybe in a festival in the upcoming period.
Or maybe in Cannes.
In Cannes, I hope so next year, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Nicole. Enjoy the rest of the day, the weekend, and appreciate you coming during the weekend.
Thank you very much. I really
Mm.
appreciate the opportunity. Take care.
Take care. Have a good day. Take care. Thank you.
You too. Bye.
Bye.